What's up, everybody? My name is Victor, and welcome to my YouTube page, which is all about helping people navigate their ascension process. And today's video is going to go into 5 habits of relaxed light workers. How relaxed are you? Probably not very, if you're anything like I was. I was the most uptight, nervous Nelly I knew. Totally just clammed up, always feeling so anxious. So scattered, so unstable and unbalanced. So, I'm not like that anymore, thankfully, but I do have about 5 habits that I do daily that helps me stay that way, because it's always a choice. You can always slip back into that nutty, frazzled state of being. But when you have a habit, those habits become you. You become a product of those habits. And habits aren't hard to maintain. They're hard to start. Once you have a habit, it's like on autopilot. That's when the real change happens. I was a personal trainer, and it's very hard to get people to start a new habit, okay? Everybody wants the effect. They want the prize. They want the sexy body without really developing the habits of a healthy person. If you want to be a relaxed light worker, you have to embody and be a product of the habits that keep you relaxed. So again, I'm going to go over 5 very helpful habits that I really believe you'll see the value in right off the bat without me having to convince you. Number 1 is reading. I'm always talking about things I've read because I read a lot, and reading is awesome because it relaxes you. It's a very relaxing activity. When you're learning something new, you have the same effect of released dopamine as you get when you get a little high. A lot of people are addicted to these little dopamine drops in their brain, and you can get those in a lot of unhealthy ways. For example, checking your email, you get a little dopamine. Checking Facebook, eating ice cream, drinking, smoking, distracting yourself, getting a compliment. All these little temporary, short-term highs that come with a low. Reading doesn't have the low. You get the high. You get the benefit of broadening your scope on reality and becoming a wiser, more intelligent, more articulate human being. It's relaxing. And it's essentially you're just spending some time, it's like an hour a day where I read. And that's an hour where I'm in a very conducive state of being that leads me to be overall quite relaxed. Even though I get worked up on my videos, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about uptight. It'll help you not be so uptight reading. I'm going to start. Let me know if you guys want me to talk about books, man. I'm such a nerd when it comes to books, and there's so many awesome books. I think you guys, as light worker people, spiritual awakening type dudes, would really get a kick out of things that really benefited me. But I don't want to start a freaking book club and have people like, what happened to your videos, man? I don't want to hear about your stupid books. But let me know if you guys are interested in me doing some book reviews and going over some books that I find to be very beneficial and positive and helpful. Let me know. I'd love to do it personally. But again, I don't want to just start jumping around too much and disappoint the viewers. Number 2 is exercise. Any form of exercise will help you stay relaxed. Some more than others. I personally like strength training, martial arts, yoga, and walking. Those are the only things I do. You don't have to do those. I'm just kind of going over what I like, and that's because I'm talking those I happen to like, but they're also, I would objectively, honestly say that they, in my opinion, are the best for putting you in a really relaxed state of being. Strength training is very exerting. It trains your central nervous system, which is it's basically the core of your entire body. And when you strengthen that, when you activate and stimulate that through intense or at least heavy weightlifting or strength training, there is a massive, you just feel awesome all day, man. Martial arts is awesome because it helps you not be, if people who are rigid and uptight suck at martial arts. They get their asses kicked in martial arts. That you cannot be rigid and good at martial arts. So when just doing your best to get good at whatever martial arts you're fond of, you will, by definition, have to adapt to the imposing demands of the workout or the sparring you're doing, and you'll become relaxed. It helps you flow like water. Dancing is also very good for this. If you guys are not too fond of getting punched in the face. But I personally love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai. I think they're just awesome. Yoga. Yoga's awesome, man. The whole yoga means union, yoke. It means to become one with Brahman as they call it in the East, but that just means become enlightened, become one with the absolute, one with the all. And yoga is a systematic series of postures, breathing, etc. that helps you become aligned with your true self, with the all. It's very beneficial. It's good for your body. It's a total body stimulus. So your chi gets to flow very freely. If you have like tight muscles, those kind of lead to like tight patterns of life. As you stretch, you really become relaxed. And walking is so awesome because it triggers a branch of your nervous system called the parasympathetic nervous system that is associated with being with healing and recovery and recuperation, opposed to the sympathetic nervous system, which is associated with fight or flight. That sort of like adrenaline, like fight or flight mentality, which most people are constantly stimulating with their coffee, and they're like multitasking on the internet, and they're like just their stressful life. They're like mismanagement of their schedules. You're always in fight or flight, and that makes you like an incredibly wound tight person, if you haven't noticed. Walking does the opposite of that. Number 3 is come up with a core set of values and put some thought into this. Think about who you want to be, what you want to stand for, and what you want your life to be like. And write it down and read it over and over every day. And what that's going to do is going to start to keep these core values at the foundation of your day-to-day decisions. Most people are always contradicting their core values, if they even have any. They're contradicting themselves, and that leads to stress, anxiety. That flow and ease. You have to be in harmony with yourself. That's what this ascension process really is all about, is leading you through tough challenges so you can become aligned and in harmony with who you really are. So think about it, write it down. Very, very basic, nothing too specific. Like for me, one of the things that I made a big point of going into was having peace and harmony and love with my family, my familial relationships, with my children, my wife. Sometimes I yell at them. I have 3 of them. 6, 2, and not even 1 yet. So they can get a little nutty. It can get a little hectic in our house, and I would yell. But that goes against my core values. So now we're trying not to yell at the kids. That's an example. Something I'm working on. Come up with your own core values and start to live by them. Number 4 is meditation of any kind. Meditation is training yourself to be skilled at being present, living in the present moment, sustaining your attention in the present moment. It's hard. Most people are horrible at sustaining that for even a few seconds. But practice it. See it as a skill that needs to be worked at, and practice that skill. Practice dwelling in the present moment. Practice seeing your thoughts like clouds in the sky. You don't have to get so stuck to them. Some enlightened teachers call them sticky thoughts that come by and you identify with them, and then you like it triggers your emotions and you become taken over and possessed by them. Meditation will keep you more like objective, more in the now, less likely to cling to these sticky thoughts. And that will just keep you relaxed. You're never really uptight when you're in the now, in harmony with your true self. Those things are opposing each other. It's an impossibility to be both. I recently uploaded a meditation video, a how-to easy beginner meditation. You can do it in 3 minutes a day only. It'll make a profound impact on your life. Start working towards your dreams. You have an idea of what they are. You have somewhat, I would imagine, have been given glimpses that usually feel very good and positive, very hopeful, of where you feel your life might be, just might be heading. Start making that happen now. Reverse engineer that and start taking action in the direction of that a little bit every single day. When you are taking action in alignment with your highest goals and aspirations and visions and dreams, you feel great. You're in a great state of being. Now I know you might have these obligations. You might have a job and things you must deal with right now. But don't put off your dreams until everything's taken care of, because that'll never happen. You'll always have little hang-ups and things to deal with. Think pressure. Consistent pressure over time equals you manifesting your dream life. But you got to start now. And what will happen is you might be able to dedicate 10 minutes a day of writing your blog, writing your book, practicing your skill that you really are passionate about, practicing your guitar, recording your music, whatever it is, painting, tattooing, anything. Start doing a little bit every day. Work within your zone of genius. What you really love, that's your zone of genius. That's what you're the best at. That's what's going to give you abundance, and that's what's going to get you to your dreams. Not these little bullshit things that you think you have to do, that you might need to in the moment. Allow that little bit of time you put in every day to snowball. You'll eventually be able to weed out the stuff, the distractions, the necessities, the temporary necessities you might have to do to uphold your financial stability or whatever. Allow your passions to snowball. Give it time. Allow your passions to take time to manifest. That's okay. But if you can dedicate yourself a little bit every day, you'll feel good. You'll get to enjoy the journey. So those are my 5 master habits of a relaxed light worker, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And the number one thing I personally do is this program that I created now. It's called Mood Shift. It's a combination of Kundalini yoga, bioenergetics, meditation, kind of a combination of several things I went over, and I do it every single day. And it puts me in this Zen-like state. And this Zen-like state gets to kind of, it stays with me. The longer I've been doing it, the easier it is to embody. And once I embody this, fulfilling those habits I just went over became very easy. Whereas in the beginning, I couldn't do it. I just kept sabotaging myself, kept falling out of the habits. When I take time to harmonize and align myself with my higher self, all those habits become very attainable. You can literally, from this place of alignment, start to design your life. I'll leave a link for the Mood Shift program I just mentioned, but that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I wish you well, and the most important thing is to start taking action now. Don't write all these down and then say, okay, well, Monday I'll get to it. Start in the now. Okay? Peace.